Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazin' Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see dominos.com/rewards or call Domino's.
Papa John's is proud to provide this week's meal to the hardworking Friday Night Football crew at Community Access Television. While watching the big game, don't forget to order your freshly made pizza at papajohns.com.
Hello and welcome out to Salina Stadium for Friday Night Football Week 8. It's the game of the year that everybody always looks forward to. Salina South versus Salina Central. I'm one of your hosts, Colin Crowder, alongside my partner in crime, Mr. Charles Ross.
Wow, this is the big hitter of the city for the Mayor's Cup.
It is certainly the case. Salina Central coming away with it, I believe, the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. And before that, I think South was on a little tear.
They certainly were. Salina South coming into the game at 1-5. That loss last week, kind of a heartbreaker to Newton, 42-41. Had a great fourth quarter drive that came back, attempted the two-point conversion, did not get it. And then on the other side, Salina Central with a loss on the road, 36-18 against Goddard. And we'll have A.J. Johnson and Jake Eisenhower out as our team captains at midfield. Talked to the coaches before the game. We do expect Brant Cox, number 26, to be back in the game, who missed probably around a total of a game and a half for Salina South. Should be in there tonight. And Salina Central won the toss. They will defer. Salina South set to receive the ball first. As you can see, Salina Central in the maroons is the home team tonight. Salina South in the road whites is the visiting team tonight. Salina South will start on offense, looking to rebound from that performance last week with a total of 7 turnovers on offense, 3 fumbles and 4 interceptions. For Weston Freeze, of course, the fumbles coming at different other parts of the offense, but 4 interceptions attributed to Freeze. And we'll see how Brant Cox can respond coming back after a pretty Great performance from both Owen Bully and Jarrett Pittenger filling in the position.
I believe Mr. Pittenger was our MVP last week.
Salina Central trying to get their home crowd pumped up.
This is a big game. This was bragging rights for the city of Salina.
And it's a cold one, that's for sure. Currently
it's time to break out the stocking cap.
Currently looking at a 37-degree weather outside.
Wow.
Looks like Jackson Hayes and Kyron Whitaker will be back for Salina South, standing about on their own 9-yard line. And Mac Hemmer for the Mustangs will kick it away. Pretty good kick. Whitaker watches it go over his head for a touchback. And the Cougars will start on the 20-yard line.
You know, the first series that you come out is a big series because it'll just show you where you are.
Certainly sets the tone. Weston Freeze at quarterback, Brant Cox in the backfield. They're going to line up 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Going to pass on first down, going to look deep.
He's
Freeze
got a man.
Has a man, incomplete. I believe he was looking for Zachary Davidson out there.
He just overthrew him by a little bit. He had him.
And it felt like the defender had some pretty good position there as well.
Well, and part of that is the wide receiver had to slow up.
Mm-hmm. South will take over again, snap it with about 20 on the play clock.
Cox.
First handoff to Brant Cox. He's
He's
rumbling,
still going.
stumbling. First down, cuts back a little bit, and takes a big hit, shoved out of bounds. Picks up about 15, 16 yards on 2nd and 10. And the Cougars going to want to line this up quick. They're going to hurry this up yet again. Carter Copes will be at the bottom of your screen. Colin Schreiber, the inside receiver. Freeze going to have a little bit of a draw, but then hand back to Cox.
Again.
And he's going to be close to another first down. Going to mark him about 1.5 yards shy. And ball will be placed right at the 45-yard line of Salina South. Cougars still with the 3 receivers on the side.
Back. He's got a receiver.
Yep.
Oh.
Nice batted down ball there.
Wow,
by
he
the
had
Mustang
a man
D-line.
open. He had a man wide open had he got the ball to him.
I believe.
Looks like Mr. Cox is coming off limping.
I believe, yeah, he is. I believe that was Zachary Davidson. They tried to find out there, but a nice job by the defensive line of the Mustangs to get their hands up. 3rd and 2, handoff. Owen Bully has the first.
He signals for it too.
And we thought we might be seeing a lot of Brant Cox, but already in this first drive, not even a full minute into the game, we're seeing Owen Bully in there at running back. New set of downs for the Cougars. Going to run option left side. Freeze going to keep it. And then kind of swallowed up. Going to end up losing 1 yard on that play. I don't know if that was necessarily the best decision, but it did look like the man he was reading was certainly going towards the way of the pitch man. And there wasn't all that much Weston Freeze could do on that play. I'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Cougars on the 47. Freeze has a man running at him. They're going to screen it out to Bully and unable to get it. He had some running room and some blockers out in front.
Had he grabbed a hold of that. This is a big 3rd down in this first drive.
A couple of Mustangs, including Brooks Richardson, was running free at Weston Freeze, and really Salina Central tried to dial up a blitz there, and a good play call
he's
by
back
the Cougars.
in there.
Brant Cox back in for this 3rd down, going to swing him out left side. A little bit of a high snap. Freeze going to be in the pocket. Throw over the middle. Throws high and behind Jackson Hayes, incomplete. And it looks like the Cougars will send on the special teams unit. And maybe have them back off. As Weston Freeze, Brant Cox, Carter Copes still out on the field. Try to do a little bit of a hard count, still 10 seconds on the play clock. Brant Cox going to step up, be on the left side of Freeze, and we might see a pooch kick here, and that is what we see. And ball will bounce at about and down at the 21-yard line by Colin Schreiber. So a good stop by the Mustang defense, and my first thought that comes to mind is how much did Brant Cox coming out just affect the flow of that drive and even what the coaches wanted to do on that drive?
Well, the Mustangs made a good stance on that. They seemed like they were just getting pushed around at first, and then they stood strong.
Parker Kavanaugh, first down, going to hand off. That appears to be Micah Moore is going to rumble forward for 9. I expect Salina Central to keep the ball on the ground most of tonight, but if they do decide to go to the air with a light breeze, Salina South's secondary gave up a lot of yards last week against Newton. 2nd and 1, Micah Moore again, and really just seemed to run into a couple of his own linemen and just had nowhere to go. They're going to be swallowed up for maybe no gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. It seemed like there were kind of just some bodies in front of him, and when he ran into it, he just didn't know where to go. And Micah Moore now coming off the field. Kenyon McMillan going to stay on the field, as well as Dakota Hogan going to be in there. They're going to do 2 receivers each side, going to be kind of close to the line there. It's going to be a handoff McMillan. Nice cut up the middle. Has the first down out across the Mustang 40-yard line. It's a nice cut there by number 28.
Definite nice cut. And I think that is the guy I told you that we may need to keep an eye on tonight.
Certainly. Micah Moore may be the power guy, but Kenyon McMillan certainly can squirt through some holes. And he gets it again here on 2nd down, and will pick up about 3 yards. Taken down by a few Cougars, including Trey Burland in there on the tackle. Bring up a 2nd and 7 now for the Mustangs. They'll go 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Now they're going to swing McMillan out there. Parker Kavanaugh is going to just take it himself. Had a guard kind of pull as a lead blocker. And that picks up, I'd say, a good 4 yards. Pretty manageable 3rd down coming.
This is for the first half, this is a manageable 3rd down for the Salina South Mustangs, but it's also a time for the Salina South Cougars to stand strong and show that their defense can stop the run.
3rd and 2, a handoff. Micah Moore first met by Luke Simpson.
But still real close.
I think they're going to give it to him, and I think he does have it. Luke Simpson had a shot at him, but I think just let's say the propulsion of Micah Moore was enough to shoot him forward for a 1st down. Nice pickup for the Mustangs there. Man in motion, and Vidrickson going to get it, and he's going to get through some, then eventually taken down by Owen Bully. Sam Sellers arguing on the sideline and vehemently after Bully took down Vidrickson. And Vidrickson will come all the way across the field again, be at the bottom of your screen. And that time Parker is going to get it, has the 1st down, is going to pick up about 5 yards.
Boy, these Salina Mustangs are moving the ball down the field like there's no defense there at all. And straight with the run, which we know how that works. That opens up the pass.
Certainly, we saw the game against, I believe it was Arc City with Salina Central, just really powerful running the ball. Kenyon McMillan going to send off in motion, but handoff's going to be to Micah Moore. And he'll pick up 2 after a lot of Cougars swallow him up. Trey Berlin and Luke Simpson in there again for the Cougars. Right at the halfway point of the first quarter, Mustangs putting together a pretty good drive so far. Lining up quick and able to get the play in from the sideline. Handoff, Micah Moore going to rumble forward with a powerful run. And we'll pick up another 6 yards. Looks like he ran over Drew Nelson there on that play. 3rd and 2, going to line up quickly. Snap it. Micah Moore again going to keep pushing.
And he's just pushing through.
First down yards needed 2, got 4. And the Mustangs are across the Cougar 25-yard line. Mark it at the 24. I would expect a Micah Moore handoff here, but they may try and swing this out. And they are going to do a little bit of a screen.
Oh, it's still bouncing.
Bouncing around, and that is going to be incomplete. Owen Bully tries to plead with the official, but certainly Dakota Hogan liked to juggle the ball around, and especially when you juggle it around for as long as he did, that's when bad things happen.
Yeah, really bad things, like it could have been an interception. But he got it to the ground, so that's a good thing for the Salina South Mustangs, or Salina Central Mustangs.
I just wonder how much of that play was just to get Micah Moore a snap off almost, so they can pound it back to him. Going to send Logan Losey in motion.
Both of them. He's got a man.
Going to look deep.
He's got a
Xavier
man.
Jackson. And that's back out the end zone. Incomplete.
Boy, if that ball would have been anywhere near close, though, that the defensive back never turned his head back toward the quarterback to see.
Yeah. Q Hill was in there on coverage, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Mustangs. And with 10 on the play clock, still looking to get the signal in. And they're going to look back, and Mark Sambo might have to take time out here. With 2 on the play clock. They do get it away. Parker with some pretty good protection. Over the middle, Logan Losey.
Open.
Wide open, touchdown Mustangs.
Wide open.
24-yard touchdown pass from Parker Kavanaugh to number 11, Logan Losey. And the Mustangs strike first here on the night that is October 23rd of the year 2020.
And if you didn't notice, the pattern is whatever side they put A.J. Johnson on, they're throwing to the opposite side.
Extra point up and good. I saw when that play clock was getting low, I saw Mark Sandbo on the sideline kind of turn like, do I need to call a timeout? Their team able to get the ball off, and again, kind of mentioned that before about Salina South's secondary. Really don't want to use necessarily a word too harsh as in maybe torched, but really got lit up last week against Newton, and you can see right there a blown coverage on the secondary for the Cougars. And just a great response as they were able to get the ball down the field with the run game. But then 2 straight plays put him in a 3rd and long, but the passing game able to get the ball into the end zone.
And he had a man wide open. I mean, you can't get no more wide open than that.
Those are those wide opens where you're just worried you don't drop it.
Drop it. That's it. He basically could have walked. He basically could have walked into the end zone. That's how open he was.
Could have maybe stopped for some drive-through on the way.
That's right.
Mac Hemmer with a little bit of a high step kicks this away. And Whitaker is going to take it and will try to then start running laterally as he really had nowhere to go. Got it out just past the 20-yard line.
That's better field position than they had the last time because they were on the 20. Is that not correct?
That is true. So we could say best starting field position for all night for the Cougars.
That's right.
I think they're officially going to give him the 22-yard line, and we'll see Weston Freeze. And they're going to line Brant Cox out on a 4 wide at the top of your screen. They're going to swing it out to him. And nice blocks there on the edge. Nice block.
He's got a first down and more.
Great block by Zachary Davidson, just pushing his man all the way down the sideline, allowed Brant Cox to get that first down. Really seems similar to those plays where they like to have Brant Cox in motion to the sideline, but instead they just went ahead and lined him out there. First down, Cougars. That's going to be a handoff to Brant Cox. Going to try and cut once and taken down by a few Mustangs. Brooks Richardson in there on the tackle. Second and 6. Gonna throw it out. Jackson Hayes. Nice blocks out on the edge by Colin Schreiber. Colin Schreiber, Tayon McDaniel. Great blocks out there.
First down.
Ball will be placed right at midfield. Cougars lining up quick yet again. And it's going to be a nice draw play to Brant Cox. Going to throw down a man, try and spin around and get some more yards out of it. Going to pick up 8. Nice powerful run there by Brant Cox. And Cougars might slow it down just a tad here. Second and 2 allows you to do some things. A little bit of a high snap. Good pickup by Brant Cox. Freeze in trouble.
No, he
just
gets
going to
it
have
off.
to throw it. Does get it away. Maybe look for an intentional grounding. Tayon McDaniel
Well, he had a man in the area.
Tajon McDaniel did run back to the ball, but certainly Mustangs look, and they're going to throw the flag. I think this will be an intentional grounding, as really Freeze just ran straight backwards. Didn't necessarily get out of the pocket. And that will be intentional grounding.
I'm not so sure about that call.
It was certainly close, but let's just say I'm not surprised, I guess, by that call. I don't think
he had a man in the area. I see. I mean,
I thought Tayon McDaniel was still kind of far away, and clearly I think Freeze was just trying to throw that ball out of bounds, but wasn't even to get it all the way out of bounds yet anyways, because it was getting close to being picked off. It had a few more air time, but regardless, 3rd and 22 now for the Cougars. Freeze going to roll out, going to a little attempt to throw, then take it back down, throw across his body for Jackson Hayes, and a nice defensive play by Mac Hemmer. Meeting and when the ball got there and broke that up.
That should have been caught. That's the old touch your hands and you're supposed to catch it.
That's even just some of the weight room there, just that strength to be able to really just kind of come down with a rebound there. And we'll see. Salina South still was deciding what they wanted to do. And the punt team will be out on the field. Caden Budke will be the punter, as Brant Cox had done it previously, then Weston Freeze last week. And not a great one, but a flag comes down completely opposite of the field, around the 38-yard line, closest to us. And I don't know, this might be somebody wasn't on the line or somebody wasn't set, didn't quite see it. And 3 officials still chatting it over around the said 38-yard line. And they're messaging towards Salina South, so this penalty may be on Salina Central.
Oh.
So a 5-yard penalty of an illegal substitution on the defense. And certainly if I'm Sam Sellers, you want to re-kick this, as that was not a great one by Caden Budke.
And plus you get 5 yards extra to.
And that one not much better, but takes a good south bounce past the 30 and will be dead at the 27-yard line. Another good stop there by the Mustang defense.
That's right. And it seems like they let the Cougars go for a minute, and then they put shutdown mode on them.
Seems like, yeah, Salina South likes to pick up a lot of their yards that seem to be on first down, and then after that, Mustangs really do kind of hunker down, but this is going to be a handoff. Micah Moore squirting through some, has some open room. Nice blocks there by Xavier Jackson deep downfield. And it takes a whole slew of Cougars, including Owen Bully, to shove Micah Moore out the sideline, but Mustangs now have the ball in Cougar territory. Give him the 47 of Salina South. They're going to line up quick. 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. A little bit of a read, going to throw. Pass complete. It's going to be Dakota Hogan on the reception, and he's got 11 yards for a first down.
Watch what if they move Johnson over to this side, they'll start throwing to the other side.
Xavier Jackson does look to be matched up on A.J. Johnson, top of your screen, but Parker Kavanaugh's going to take it. Flag comes thrown in late. Tackle made by Jackson Hayes. Does have a first down, but there is a flag that was kind of thrown on the kind of behind the play. Parker was already passed, and I think we may see a hold here that allowed Parker to have that big of an opening.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hold on Angel Luna, or Angel Luna, and they announced number 54, and he immediately put his hands out like, what did I do?
Wow, that was a good run, too.
But with the spot of the foul, only backs him up 3 yards from the original line of scrimmage, so 1st and 13. Micah Moore's going to get another crack at it. Out across the 30, makes a move on Luke Simpson.
And he's
has
going to
Owen
take it to
Bully
the house.
to beat. Touchdown, Mustangs. And we have a late flag coming in from the white hat. And I don't know if this is a sideline warning or what the white hat could have possibly even seen on this.
Or when he scored the touchdown, he kind of made
was it the motion?
walk.
Okay.
So maybe that's it. I'm unsportsmanlike, but I don't know.
Seemed to be the white hat was the only official that threw the flag on that.
Right. Unsportsmanlike.
I believe they said number 60.
60, yeah.
Who is out on the field. That's going to be Matthew Glenn,
Is that the center?
senior offensive lineman, and he may very well be. But regardless, another powerful run by Micah Moore. Able to really just stopping on a dime and letting guys just fly right past him. Matt Kemmer with the extra point is up and good. And with 2:25 left in the first quarter, Mustangs lead 14-0 over the Cougars.
Wow, Michael Moore is having a good game tonight.
And really, it just seems like a lot of the Cougar defenders are just overshooting, because when they run towards Micah Moore literally just stops and literally just lets them pass by.
And if he doesn't stop, he's ran a few of them
He
over
has,
too.
exactly.
Now, South, this is the time where South has got to put some points on the board. You can't continue to go down and expect to win. And right now, they're down 14 points. They need 7 now, or this could be a long night.
And with the unsportsmanlike penalty, Salina South will get a little bit of an extra helping of the ball being kicked off from the 25-yard line. And Mackheimer will kick it away and will be fielded about the 25-yard line. And Jackson Hayes, I believe, will rumble forward. Good starting field position now for the Cougars. They'll be at their own 43-yard line.
The best they've had all night.
That is the best they've had all night.
If we keep going like this, maybe they will get in scoring range.
Cougars looking to get something going. Have had some good plays here and there, but haven't consistently been able to string them together. Free's going to throw out Schreiber and just try and navigate some traffic. And we'll pick up about 5 yards. Second and 5 now for the Cougars. As Carter Copes will be at the bottom of your screen wide. And it's going to be another kind of a draw handoff. Brant Cox has first down and keeps rumbling forward, keeps that pile going. And a great run there, great first down yardage. Could have been less. Brooks Burgoon had a shot at Brant Cox, but wasn't able to bring him down. Ball now on the Mustang 40-yard line. Again, we mentioned those good plays. Now they're going to bring Brant Cox into a diamond formation. Will throw kind of behind, and they're going to rule that an incomplete pass. That looked very close to being behind the line.
Well, even if it was, though, he was on top of it.
It didn't seem like he was necessarily. He kind of was over the ball, but I wasn't sure if he was officially on the ball, I guess. But they do rule it an incomplete pass, and those are certainly the plays you draw up for the Cougars, but not able to execute. Brant Cox back with the ball on second down, and he'll pick up 2 yards on second down to bring up 3rd and 8.
Are you in 4-down territory right now?
I think you certainly are. I mean, even if you decide to punt, I mean, the only reason you punt this is if you lose 15 yards on this next play or even more. Free's going to throw out Jackson Hayes. Pass complete. Tried to get by.
Flag.
Tried to get by Nick Clayton, but Nick Clayton looks like to be the one to get hit with a horse collar tackle. And after you would almost say a nice stop by the Mustangs, it seemed like they're going to get bailed out here. The Cougars will. No, it's actually just going to be a holding call on Salina South. I thought I saw kind of a high tackle there by Nick Clayton. That's what I thought they were going to get. Certainly you on the replay at home may be seeing that better. But a good decline there, bring up 4th down. And the Cougars will go for it on 4th down. Less than a minute left in the quarter. Mustang's going to bring some pressure. Throw over the middle. That's Colin Schreiber. And there comes a flag in late.
Yeah, well, that is pass interference. He never turned around.
He never did turn around, and really you would almost say a poor throw by Weston Freeze as he threw it behind Colin Schreiber. But certainly never turning around for the ball is the dead giveaway. All he really needed to do was turn, and if he did, he may end up with the ball in his hands.
That is correct. But he never turned. He never turned at all. But it was good defense.
Yeah. Every once in a while, maybe at college or NFL, every few years, you see that play where a receiver catches the ball behind the back of the defender. But I just certainly don't expect that here tonight. Freeze, handoff, Brant Cox. Luke Simpson going to block, but this is going to be blown dead, and this is actually going to be a false start on the Cougars. It's going to be an illegal snap. Kind of maybe just kind of clutched the ball a little bit, perhaps. Maybe ended up moving the ball a little too much and then ended up snapping
that
afterward.
was a rather referees do a good job, but I think that was a rather late call.
Well, 1st and 15 now for the Cougars. Freeze going to run. He's got Luke Simpson there, going to lower the shoulder. Gets over Mac Hemmer, pushed out of bounds. Going to pick up about 10 yards. And we may have another flag, and we do right at the line of scrimmage. And motions are, this is going to be on.
Oh, motions. Boy, self-destructing when they get down there.
Another really just kind of a procedure penalty for the Cougars, and now it'll be 1st and 20. I think if anything, you're hopeful, you're glad right now is that it's still only 1st down. Cougars, they'll try again on 1st down. Freeze going to roll out right. Kind of the same play. It has Simpson, but Freeze dancing around, throw over, trying to find Colin Schreiber, but incomplete. Landon Price is there in coverage. Really, that throw just kind of high and behind Colin Schreiber again. A little bit of contact there, but
I don't know if he couldn't have just took off and ran, though, at that time.
Certainly would have had Simpson as kind of a lead blocker there. He could have just pitched it to him, but you almost wonder if Freeze was looking for the deep shot on 1st down when you probably need to get just a few yards here and there to eat back of this. Another draw play, Brant Cox going to lower the shoulder. And we'll be taken down yards shy of the original line of scrimmage. Dakota Hogan in there on the tackle. They will give him the original line of scrimmage, so 3rd and 10. Cut the yardage in half.
And we're in 2-down territory, I would say.
We certainly are, and we're going to flip the field as that is the end of the 1st quarter. Mustangs put up 2 touchdowns and lead 14-0 over the Cougars. They'll be back for the the second quarter. Right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And welcome back to the start of the second quarter of play here at Salina Stadium. Cougars with a pretty good drive, then hampered by a few penalties, but Cougars able to get the ball back to their original line of scrimmage, now looking at a 3rd and 10. Can pick up the 1st down on the 13-yard line. Zachary Davidson and Jackson Hayes will be on the wider side of the field. Luke Simpson also in at the slot. Handoff, kind of a counter play to Brent Cox, and he's met immediately. Kason Graham came in there and blew up that play.
And when he blew him, it's like as soon as he hit him, he started going sideways.
Seems like Brant Cox wanted no part of that, but Cougars going to line up 4th and 9. High snap. Launch end zone to Schreiber. Kind of ricocheted, not going to get any flags there. Salina South will turn it over on downs. Mason Gary was in coverage of Schreiber, and that's really the play that I think the Cougars like to go to. I don't want to call it their desperation play, but they really like to match Schreiber up with whatever defender they can and just have him go one-on-one. And a nice play by Gary there to knock that away.
I think they got your matchup down here at this far end.
Xavier Jackson, A.J. Johnson on the short side of the field. First down run. Micah Moore going to be stood up by Trey Burland. Some Mustang fans wanting a little bit of a flag there, but sad to say they're not going to get it, which I don't think they should. But a loss of 1 yard.
They met him there that time.
2nd and 11 now. See how the Mustangs respond after seemingly maybe their first negative play of the game. Pass thrown, nice catch by Logan Losi.
Wow.
And has yardage all the way out to the Mustang 40-yard line. Seemed to be kind of another high tackle, but
doesn't seem as though this Salina South defense can stop this Mustang offense. This Mustang offense is continuously moving the ball down the field.
Micah Moore going to be back with it, getting through some, but just runs into a big old pile. Luke Simpson in there, as well as Carter Kirby. Bring up 2nd and 7. Parker going to take it himself, has some open running lanes. Good blocks out there by Xavier Jackson. And ball comes out. Cougars get on it. And I'm couldn't 100% see on the sideline, but the fumble happened. And they're ruling Salina Central ball. Flag comes in, it seemingly from the south sideline.
Wow.
Again, it happened in the closer to the sideline to
I
us.
didn't see that real
And
good.
I wasn't able to see it as the central bench was kind of in the way, but
Right.
it seemed like a South player got on the ball.
It did seem that way.
But they do rule Central has it. Micah Moore going to run with it. And we'll pick up solid 4 or 5 yards. Still really just kind of puzzled by that play. Ball certainly seemed to be out earlier with Micah Moore. Handoff Moore again, keeps the feet moving. Gonna have the first down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal from the 9. Parker going to take it, lead blocker. Micah Moore cuts it up, untouched into the end zone. Parker Kavanaugh.
Boy, the Salina Central Mustangs are putting this game away early.
And it really just seemed like a deflating series of events. And here comes another unsportsmanlike conduct seemingly on Salina South. And this may be on maybe number 11, Owen Bully. We'll see who they call it on. But maybe some words still being said, certainly. Pointed in the direction of Salina Central, but I'm not sure if he said bench. And Mark Sandbo out there to talk about it. Game certainly got confusing fast, Charles.
It did.
Mac Hemmer on with the extra point. That is good. So some confusion happened, but there is one thing I do know, and Salina Central is certainly in command of this game, up 21-0, early second quarter.
Yeah, and it's nothing that the Salina South defense can do with the Salina Central offense at this time.
And really the run game and the passing game, just both sides strong for Salina Central right now. And it really just, even if South was to shut down one aspect of the Central offense, they certainly don't seem to be able to shut down the other side either.
No.
And that penalty does seem to be on Salina South, which is what we suspected. So I believe he may have said the Salina South bench, the official did. As Mac Hemmer is going to kick this away from the South 45-yard line. And this is a selfish response from myself. I would like to see him hit the bell. And we'll see what Mac Hemmer does with it here. And we'll kind of kick it short. Bounce out of bounds, and they may be able to give him the 35 on that. We'll see.
They'll get the 35.
We'll see what they do here. I'm not sure if that penalty affects
the
other
penalty
team.
affects.
Certainly the penalty now is beneficial for Salina South, or the out of bounds is beneficial for Salina South, but the penalty was not.
What? What was that? I don't understand.
So they're electing to take the ball 5 yards where it went out of bounds. So I'm wondering if that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty from where they kicked it maybe would have canceled out the ball being on the 35-yard line. I'm not entirely sure on that rule, but Brant Cox going to take it first down. Still going to be up. But a good job by the Mustangs, still flying to the ball. And really doesn't seem to be much of a contest from the south sideline. It doesn't seem like there was maybe a rule infraction that Salina South's coaches and fans were arguing against. Brant Cox going to try and just read some blockers, and will be taken down after a short gain by Braden McKnight. 3rd and 4 for the Cougars, important third down. I feel like we've been saying that at other times.
Yeah.
This one is certainly even more important. They're going to do a screen out to Brant Cox, throw behind him. Cox able to come down with it, but even after that, it's going to be a loss of a few yards. That throw behind and Cox having to bobble it just took way too long and allowed the Mustangs to rally and bring down Brant Cox for a loss of 3. South looks like they might line up and go for this, or we may see another pooch kick. We see Weston Freeze taking a few steps back. And I certainly think you need to be punting it here, and we do see Weston Freeze backing up. And that punt will bounce.
Wow, it's
Pretty
getting a
good
Cougar
bounce.
bounce.
Yeah, and really nice bounce.
Whoa.
Not rolling the end over end. Got the. No, I never did well in physics, but certainly got the kind of roll you want from the ball.
Yeah, that's just as good as a punt, I believe. A full-fledged punt.
Ball will be down inside the 20-yard line of the Mustangs. Mark the ball on the 17.
Well, if the Cougars have any chance, they've got to set up some defense. Because these Mustangs are going through it like it's nothing there.
Micah Moore in the game. Handoff, 2 more. Good pushes. And taken down, and then a flag comes through. I think that might have been Luke Simpson in there on the tackle. And we could see maybe a hold.
They're moving it back, I believe.
It's going to be a hold on the receiver position of Logan Losey. That'll back the Mustangs up from the spot of the foul. Ball will now be on the 10-yard line. Give that about 1st and 17 now. Mustangs with plenty of time on the play clock will look for the play on the sideline. Micah Moore will be on the left of Parker Kavanaugh. And they'll swing it out. Nice catch by, I believe that was Dakota Hogan, but immediately falls down, and I guess you can give him a gain or 2 on that play, but certainly could have had a lot more if it didn't fall down. I guess if you're the Mustangs, you'll take it over an incomplete pass. Now that'll bring up 2nd and 15 now. 15 on the play clock. Parker going to step back. Then they're going to swing it out on a screen to Micah Moore. Flag comes in again in the area of holding. Micah Moore gets it out a yard past the original line of scrimmage, but we may have another Mustang penalty.
Wow.
Another Mustang penalty. We'll back this up even farther, and if you're Salina South, this is a golden opportunity to keep pushing them back. Not only do you have long yardage situations, but you're putting Parker Kavanaugh on his heels a little bit. Micah Moore is going to take it, read some blocks, and eventually is taken down by a few Cougars, including Carter Kirby.
So this is a big 3rd down for the Salina South Cougars. I'm not saying it's a big 3rd down for the Mustangs.
And it's a 3rd and maybe about a 17. Maybe give it a 19.
They're going to have any momentum. This is when they need it.
I almost think you might see a safe run play, but here, no, Parker's going to throw it to Xavier Jackson. And incomplete. Q Hill in on coverage there, and I think I see some more laundry on the field. Opposite of the play, kind of around the 4.5-yard line. And this penalty seems to be on perhaps Salina Central. But it actually just seems like they're just talking with.
I don't know that if it is. I don't know. Why wouldn't you decline it?
You certainly would, I would imagine, but they haven't actually motioned toward the Salina South sideline to see what they want to do. They're still talking with the other official, and now they're pointing towards Salina South. What do you want to do with this? If they do decline it, you're certainly, Salina Central's punter will be in his own end zone on 4th down. And it looks like they may just decline it.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't decline it. It wasn't like,
And it is going to be a holding call that is declined, brings up 4th down. Matt Hemmer will come in for the first punt of the night for the Mustangs. If you're the Cougars, they're looking like they're going to send somebody after everyone after this. Colin Schreiber is going to be standing on the 40-yard line. Matt Hemmer gets it away. And Schreiber really just needs to get away from it. And will bounce and be downed at the 41-yard line. So certainly a stand by the Cougars, but definitely helped by numerous Mustang penalties on that drive.
Well, if you're going to go in at halftime, you need to put at least 7 up against the 21.
5:28 left before the break.
You need 3 scores.
And you may correct me if I'm wrong, Charles, but I do believe this may be South's best starting field position. First down, Freeze going to pull it back. Going to have a man in his face taken down. Former MVP player of the week, Rafael Serrano, in there. And Freeze just held on to the ball too long.
Right. He held on way too long.
Salina South shuffling some personnel in and out. Carter Copes comes off the sideline limping. There's going to be another draw play. Hand to Brent Cox. No one fooled on that play. Guess who? Serrano again. And the Salina South offense going the wrong direction. 2 plays and have already lost 13 yards. And this play is going to be blown dead.
Move them back.
And we look like we're going to have another false start here. Despite the happenings of a pandemic around the world, pretty good crowd here. We kind of mentioned before the game that didn't seem to be like a ton of people here, but I think it filled in pretty nicely. And back them up even farther. Going to be 3rd and 28 for the Cougars. Freeze, better protection, throws for Colin Schreiber, and Freeze just overthrows him. Had a little bit of an opening there for him, but Schreiber not able to get up the ladder.
Seems like he's throwing it.
And I think we're at this point of the game where I think Freeze has absolutely locked in on Schreiber, and that can be dangerous. It just feels like Freeze's eyes have immediately just locked on Colin Schreiber. 4th down. A little bit of a high snap. Able to get it away is Freeze. Another really good punt. Can the Cougars get down there before it rolls out of bounds? And it's going to be down at the 1-yard line. What a play by Zachary Davidson on the hustle. I think that ball was going to hit the pylon.
That was a good play.
And was able to get in there. They're going to talk about it. But it seemed like he hit the ball out of bounds before.
Yeah.
Of course, the Mustang sideline looking for a touchback. I think what was very important is not only that the ball went out of bounds, it seemed that Zachary Davidson also went out of bounds, did not go into the end zone. And Salina South with a great punt and a great cover on special teams. Zachary Davidson certainly with the kind of highlight of the first half for the Cougars there. Mustangs now on their own 1-yard line. And they're going to go 3 wide at the top of your screen. And going to find Xavier Jackson, Q Hill in coverage. And that ball might have just gone right through his hands.
Well, and if there was anything, he pushed off of him, too. He pushed off the South man. but still didn't catch it.
4 minutes, 1 second before the break, and on that first down, Salina Central was looking for the 99-yard touchdown pass. Kenyon McMillan in the game. Haven't seen him since the early stages of the game. He is now back there as the running back to the left of Parker Kavanaugh. 2nd and 10. That's going to be a handoff. McMillan going to read some blocks and will pick up a good 7 yards. Gives the Mustangs some breathing room. Third and 3 for the Mustangs. Parker going to read and take it
And he's
himself.
going nowhere.
Great tackle by Drew Nelson. Blows that play up for a 2-yard loss. Cougars looking a little better on defense now. That'll bring up 4th down, and I think Salina Central, certainly in a punting area, is just going to let this run down as long as they can. Both teams with all 3 timeouts.
Well, they're setting up like
And they are going to go ahead, try to do a little bit of a hard count. Didn't work. 3 minutes left to go and counting. 5 on the play clock. Tried another hard count, and it looks like Mark Sambo's going to take his first time out. Clock stops at 2:53 left before the break. So far, it's been all Central.
It has. Totally.
You've had certain, let's say, glimpses by the Salina South offense, and defense here and there, but certainly when the majority of the plays are not glimpses. It's been a long night so far for the Cougars. And it almost sounds weird to say this, but is it weird to say that almost South is maybe almost lucky to only be down 21-0?
That is very true.
Punt is away, and it's a bad one by Matt Kemmer. That's probably going out of bounds around the 15-yard line.
Now, I would have to say that is the best field position for the Salina South Cougars of the night.
That is the hard-hitting journalism you'll get here on Salina Media Connection, that's for sure. It just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah. Is this the only way that maybe the Salina South Cougars can put the ball in the end zone?
2 minutes, 48 seconds, 3 timeouts, so plenty of time. Ball right at the edge of the red zone on the 20-yard line. Freeze, handoff, Cox will go forward
goes nowhere.
for a few, maybe. And again, Serrano in there on the tackle. He's been blowing plays up recently. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. You're going to do Cox again, and that time maybe going to lose a yard. Calvin Hammer also in there with number 34, Braden McKnight. 3rd and 9 now for Salina South. Little play action of Brent Cox, going to try and find Jackson Hayes. Pass complete, but will be good 2 yards, 3 yards shy of the first. And Salina South going to line up quick. 4th down for the Cougars. And a couple Mustangs nudge a little bit, trying with that hard count. Still 20 on the play clock. Could try a few more hard counts. Fourth and 3. Luke Simpson, Jackson Hayes doing some maneuvering. 5 on the play clock. Gonna throw it out. Jackson Hayes gets by
Oh,
one.
he's in.
Bar 10.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Cougars. Andon Price had his ankles broken by Jackson Hayes.
And boy, did they need that. Looked like the Salina Central Mustangs were running away with this game.
Really, when Jackson Hayes caught it, I was just thinking all he needs to do is run forward, and he's got the first down, but then makes a cut, and he's got the end zone. Caden Budke on for the extra point.
Good.
It is good. And just as Charles Ross ordered, Salina South needing a touchdown, and they got one.
Well, I think it's due to that better field position.
Yeah, certainly. I was thinking about that too. That punt really helped them out, because even if that's a better punt, let's say even 20 other yards, they're on the Mustang 40-yard line.
Yeah.
That's 40 yards compared to 20 yards. And we've seen at times Salina South being able to move the ball a little bit, but they haven't been able to go more than maybe 20, 30 yards at a time, it seems. Maybe one other time they did. But with that, the Cougars cut it to 14. 1 minute, 8 seconds left before the break. Salina Central does get the ball to start the second half. But if I'm Salina Central with 2 timeouts, minute 8 left, I've seen that South secondary. You can certainly capitalize on it. But on the other hand, if you one poor throw from Parker Kavanaugh, and this could turn in on a huge momentum swing for the Cougars. Certainly the
If I'm
pros
the
and
Salina
cons.
Central Mustangs, I get the ball and I just run it.
Going to be fielded there. I believe that's Vidrickson. Going to be up to the 29-yard line. And here comes another flag.
Flag.
And we may have some more unsportsmanlike conduct happening.
Oh, it must be against the Salina South Cougars.
A couple Mustangs clapping, overhearing some of the officials.
Besting.
Jarrett Pittenger will be
yep.
hit with that penalty. And certainly when you're running a 2-minute offense, as the Mustangs will probably do here, you definitely don't want to give them 15 free yards with that clock just standing at 1:03. Parker handoff, McMillan up the middle. Little guy carrying a few for a first down. I believe that was Carter Kirby that originally wrapped up Kenyon McMillan. Kenyon McMillan at 5'6", carried Carter Kirby there. Another handoff, McMillan still up, but going to be pushed back after a gain of 2. Kason Dietz in there on the tackle. And the Mustangs will take their second timeout.
You know, the funny thing is they're moving the ball still down the field.
And certainly even with the run, like they, you mentioned they just need to run. They probably will have enough time with even one timeout. They're right there running the ball if they're able to line up quick. Most of this game so far in the first half, certainly you could still say still being dominated by the Mustangs, certainly, but a little light coming through on the side of the Cougars. Very nice touchdown reception to Jackson Hayes. Puts the Cougars up on the board. 51 seconds left, 21-7 Mustangs. Xavier Jackson trying to get the crowd riled up. 2nd and 8. Parker going to be back to pass. Good protection. Parker left side to Logan Losey. Pass complete. A.J. Johnson in a little bit of coverage. Some arms extended here and there, but I think that's pretty clean separation late by Logan Losey. And he's got the Mustangs 1st and goal. As Salina South still trying to get set. Parker Kavanaugh.
He's
Kavanaugh. Touchdown Mustangs.
For his 2nd touchdown tonight. So they get it right back.
Less than a minute, they give it right back. I believe we're maybe even looking at 32 seconds to be exact. Yeah, and Mac Hemmer, extra point away from making this back to 21.
Good.
And he does. The glimpse is gone for Salina South. And the fact that the Mustangs do get the ball to start the 2nd half, things were not looking great. Certainly Salina South needed a stop there, but just a great throw and fantastic catch at full speed by Logan Losey to separate from A.J. Johnson. Got him to the 10-yard line. One play later, Parker Kavanaugh, using his feet, takes it the final 10 yards. And again, they would have had 15 free yards due to an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
(28-7) Mustangs, 36 seconds left in the half.
And you look at the Cougars, and they kind of look like they're down. Like, that's it.
Matt Kemmer's kick
Kicked
will
out.
bounce out of bounds yet again.
And, boy, you can't say this is the best field position.
Certainly not.
Do you throw it, or do you just run it and take it on into half? And
You're at that point where you almost feel like you got to try something, but being down 21 and then a turnover followed by maybe even a pick six if you do a quick throw could make this even worse. But they're going to go 5 wide. Free's going to step up on the run, finds Jackson Hayes for a great reception. Nice job by Jackson Hayes going up and getting that. Ball be marked in Mustang territory on the 45-yard line. Clock stops momentarily with 29 seconds. Now roll it. Freeze looks left side, finds Carter Copes out of bounds at the 31. Cougars stringing along some plays, 31 yards to making this another 14-point game. Gonna still stay 5 wide. Jackson Hayes gonna move from left to right. They're gonna swing it out to him. And they were looking for a hold on Colin Schreiber. Don't get it, but with that kind of a broken block there, Hayes still able to pick up 2, but Salina South will take their first timeout with 12 seconds left.
they're moving the ball down the field. This is probably the best I've seen them move it.
Well, you're maybe at a point where do you try for one other play to get it a little bit shorter and then your shot at the end zone? Or do you just take your shot right here because there's 14 seconds on the clock, and if Freeze dances around a little too long, that might be your only play. Does give you a little bit more room, but I wonder if they'll maybe even elect, maybe go 5 wide, maybe a quarterback draw from Weston Freeze just to pick up some extra yards.
I think I'd go to the end zone.
Cougars still do have 2 timeouts, and with 14 seconds left, not sure if they'll get the chance to use both. Will be 5 wide again. Tayon McDaniel, Jackson Hayes, the bottom of your screen. Looking that way
He's
for
got a
Jackson
man.
Hayes. What
And
a
he
catch!
caught it! He caught it!
What a play! Jackson Hayes with the reception. Touchdown, Cougars. Stuck his right hand out there and was able to haul it in.
And 8 seconds left on the clock.
Jackson Hayes single-handedly keeping Salina South in this game. Caden Budke, extra point. Blocked, no good. That leads the lead at 15 for Salina Central. Certainly, we've seen special teams, the extra points for Salina South not go their way, but even though that's 1 point, but what about the 6 points Jackson Hayes picked up?
Wow.
I saw the ball in the air, and I was like, there's no way he's getting this.
Wow.
And he came down with it. The back of the end zone around the R in Cougars.
Well, I think in these last couple of minutes, it's been more action than it has all game.
It certainly has. Cougars took the shot right there. Hayes clearly beat the secondary, and really Hayes just had to turn on the afterburners to catch up to the throw from Weston Freeze. This is exciting.
Well, it's anybody's game still, because we've got another half of football.
It's going to be a little bit of an onside kick, but good heads up there by number 40 of the Mustangs. I would love to say your name, but unfortunately number 40 not listed on the depth chart. We could call him Robert, but I think we may just stay with number 40 for now. And they officially ruled no time came off the clock. First down, Parker Kavanaugh. Handoff, Kenyon McMillan, Luke Simpson, and Trey Berland in there. And that's going to be the final play of the first half. An exciting end to the first half.
Wow.
Mustangs lead 28-13 over the Cougars. We'll be back with some halftime thoughts right after this.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't really know.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Hello and welcome to the Salina Media Connection halftime show. Our halftime score, Salina Central 28, Salina South 13. Pretty exciting end to the first half there, but certainly this game has been dominated by the Mustangs.
totally dominated by the Mustangs. And their offense has controlled the game, really the Salina Central Mustangs. But at the end of the half, it has been exciting.
It's been pretty exciting. I mean, certainly Salina South being down 21, able to finally cut that to a 15-point lead. But it just seems like those signs of life from Salina South could kind of maybe push them in the direction to come out with a big second half.
The main problem is Central gets the ball first. And that Salina South defense has got to stand tall in order to stop this Mustang offense.
Salina South really just being kept in the game by number 7, Jackson Hayes, with 2 huge pass touchdowns, receptions. Had one where he made a move on a defender on a 4th down, got into the end zone. That other one was a ball that there was no way he was going to catch that, but he somehow caught it.
He did catch it, and it was a great catch. But the extra point failed.
Yeah, that extra point may come back to haunt Salina South, as we've seen kind of in some other games earlier this year. But I'm certainly expecting an exciting second half here at Salina Stadium. We'll bring it to you right after this.
Thank you. Can I help you today?
No thanks. I'm just looking. Oh, this is cute. So?
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Like they're the fashion police.
Hello and welcome back to the start of the second half after a closing, exciting end to the first half. Cougars take back a little bit of the lead from Salina Central, cut it down to 15. But Salina Central does get the ball to start the second half, as Caden Budke will kick it away. And it's going to be kind of a high kick, fielded, ball on the ground.
That's loose.
And it looks like Salina Central
Got back on
has
it.
recovered. Certainly got exciting there. It's certainly exactly what you want as Salina South. That's what you're going for in that area. Xavier Jackson came up a little bit hobbling there. First and 10 Mustangs from the 35-yard line. Here's Kenyon McMillan. Has some open running lanes on the outside. Nice block by Dakota Hogan on Owen Bully. Allows McMillan to pick up 16 yards and a first down. Already Mustangs in Cougar territory. High snap, another handoff. McMillan hits the hole, will pick up 9. And you almost wonder if that snap was not as high, able to get that down to McMillan, would have been able to hit that hole just a tad faster and may still be running. But a yard shy of the first. 2nd and 1 allows you to do some things. Hayden Vidrickson, bottom of your screen. Parker going to keep it himself. Nice cut to get by Jarrett Pittenger for the Cougars. And Parker Cavanaugh with another first downs out to the 32-yard line.
I'm watching that offensive line, and they're just firing off the ball. And they're opening up those holes for them to get through.
Vidrickson,
nowhere.
McMillan, nowhere. Pittenger, Luke Simpson, Trey Burland all contributing to that tackle. Second and 10, now after no gain on first down. 3 receivers, top of the screen. Another high snap, throw out, pass complete, Dakota Hogan. And we'll pick up 3 on second down. Tackle made out there by A.J. Johnson.
But they're just pushing the ball up the field, slowly but surely.
Every second, you just feel the momentum still then creeping back towards Salina Central. Handoff, McMillan.
First down.
Runs right into Jackson Hayes.
Oh, maybe he's
But
a
Jackson
yard
Hayes
short.
able to keep the feet moving, stop him.
He's a yard short.
Nice play by Jackson Hayes to come up and meet McMillan there, not giving him the forward progress. Dakota Hogan coming off. Micah Moore, we'll see him for the first time now on the field of the second half. And, of course,
Now,
the Mustang offense
who would you
staying out
think
there.
you would hand the ball to right now?
Of course, I want to say Micah Moore, but you may even see like a read play, do something with Parker Cavanaugh might pick it up here on his legs. And it's going to be Micah Moore, hit immediately by Carter Kirby. Got the fumble. Salina South recovers. What a play by Carter Kirby.
But everybody knew what was going to happen, even up here.
Just laid into Micah Moore. Ball came out.
You knew Michael Moore was getting that.
And regardless if Salina South or Salina Central got on it, it was going to turn back over to the Cougars on fourth down. 1st and 10 now for the Cougars. Going to go 5 wide. Free's going to roll out right side. Throws over the right side.
It.
And Andon Price dropped a sure interception. Freeze overshot his receiver. Something Freeze has been doing a few times tonight, just airmailing a few passes. But a little bailed out. It's going to be first down. Handoff. Brant Cox running strong. First down. Pickup of 13. If we can see that a little bit more, Cougar is going to be in good shape. Line it up quick. Freeze going to throw. Colin Schreiber, pass complete. Gets by Mac Hemmer. Going to then roll around in 3 Mustangs. We'll wrap him up. Nick Clayton, one of them. Brings up 2nd and 1. Good pickup of 9 by Colin Schreiber. Free's going to mention something to Brant Cox. This will be a handoff to him. Nice open hole. Cox still running.
First down and more.
Just when you think Brant Cox is going to get stopped, he keeps the feet moving for about another 5 yards.
He's starting to limp.
Jackson Hayes kind of motioning to his sideline, just let's show some energy. Going to be the inside receiver on the wide side of the field alongside Colin Schreiber as the wide one. Handoff, Brant Cox, going to just cut it up right there, and really doesn't get much there, but probably the best decision you can make, because if you take that and just try to keep running laterally, you're going to go nowhere.
Now.
Luke Simpson also coming off the field. Carter Copes coming in. Owen Bully in there at running back, going to swing it out.
Oh.
Schreiber, pass incomplete. That might have been Jackson Hayes, excuse me.
It was Jackson Hayes.
That's a play they like to run consistently at number 7. 7:29 left in the third quarter. Cougars down 28-13 over the Mustangs. Got a big turnover and stop on fourth down. Cougars looking to drive. Freeze in the pocket. Throws wide open. Incomplete. And really, that's something Zachary Davidson needs to come down with. Dakota Hogan there to break up the pass, but that is something he absolutely needs to catch. And Central letting a little slow to get back. Now a little more lined up.
And he would have definitely had the first down.
All right, looking at 4th and 9 here. And Freeze will kick it away, kind of a knuckleball kick. And we'll take a little bit more of a south roll inside the 15-yard line. But unfortunately, a couple times we've seen tonight where Mustang, the secondary, able to meet some Cougar defenders as the ball gets there and do a nice job of breaking it up.
That one I don't even think. I think both of them were trying to catch it. I think he was trying to make an interception, and he was trying to catch it, and it touches his hands. That should have been a caught ball.
Mustangs back with it on their own 13. Handoff, McMillan. I think he's still going there, but then he's finally going to be driven back by a bunch of Cougars. We'll pick up 4 on the play. And really, with Kenyon McMillan, he's kind of so hard to locate. When he gets into that pile, you don't know if he's going to squirt out of there or not. It's kind of hard to locate.
Right, because he's a little guy and you can't really tell.
Certainly. 2nd and 6. Parker had some pressure, just going to have to take it himself. And maybe give him a yard. It seems like Parker got that snap. Not sure if it was a 100% designed quarterback run, but saw the pressure on the left side and said, I'm getting out of here. 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs. Almost the halfway point of the quarter. Handoff, McMillan hit.
He's going nowhere.
Luke Simpson.
I don't think he got it. Or is it 4th down now?
It is now going to be 4th down, and it looks like good 2 yards, maybe a long yard and a half. And Matt Kemmer and the special teams crew will come on. Nice job by Luke Simpson to hit Kenyon McMillan before he was able to pick up the stick. Second time we've seen that of a South defender able to stop him short. Low snap. Matt Kemmer goes behind him. Still plenty of time to get it off, and it's not great.
This is not good for the Salina Central Mustangs.
Really just kind of remarkable that Matt Kemmer was able to pick that up and at least get something.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, this is not Salina South's best starting field position.
No, it is not.
You'd think when we say that they have the ball on their own 10-yard line, but they still have the ball on the 33-yard line of Salina Central, giving Cougars another short field. They were able to punch it in last time with a short field. Handoff, Brant Cox have some blockers that pulled from the opposite side, but even with all that, maybe a 1-yard gain. Rafael Serrano in there on the tackle. Just certainly becoming a force there. 3 receivers, top of your screen for the Cougars. Another kind of high snap. Going to try and find, looked like they were looking for Zachary Davidson, but again, just another high throw from Weston Freeze. And just like that, Cougars looking at 3rd and 9.
Good field position, and they're going to do nothing with it is not good.
Certainly would expect them to go to the air here on 3rd down. Luke Simpson in on the slot. They will run it, kind of stretching the field. Gets by a couple. Brent Cox stays on his feet. But still a lot of Mustangs around the area of the ball. So give him maybe 3 yards. But you'd certainly probably a good call to run that there on 3rd and 9 because you're certainly looking at 2-down territory.
Right.
Ball on the 29. Cougars need 6.
Back to pass.
Throwing Jackson Hayes. Pass complete. Over the middle. Makes Matt Kemmer miss.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Cougars!
The 3rd touchdown reception for Jackson Hayes tonight. I said it before, and I'll say it again, single-handedly, with a little help of Weston Freeze, keeping the Cougars in this. And they'll go for the extra point again. Kick up, this one better and good.
Sooner or later, though, they're going to have to go for that, too.
Cougars strike. 28-20 Mustangs.
They're back in the game.
And we saw a first half just for a good 22 minutes being dominated by the Mustangs. And we really just kind of mentioned it earlier in the first half that at the time, South was just lucky to be down 21.
Very lucky.
And now they've certainly turned a little bit of the tables. And again, with that short field position, came up big. Jackson Hayes just found a hole in the middle of the field, and his feet just did the rest. Just great vision there to get into the end zone. Made another man miss. First time it was Andon Price. Second time was Mac Hemmer. And Caden Budke will kick this away. Expect maybe another high-end shot. And we're going to see that again. Dakota Hogan called for the fair catch. Smart decision.
That was because they were down there on him.
Yeah, they were there ready to hit him. Nice fair catch signal. Nice job going to a knee to make sure he caught it. Certainly you always want to be the guy that gets the ball and says, I can run with it. But really just a smart decision there to field that fly ball. 4:18 left in the third. Cougars answer with 7. The lead of the Mustangs is now 8. And Micah Moore and Kenyon McMillan in the game.
Both of them, huh?
And maybe a broken play for Parker Kavanaugh and get shoved out of bounds after maybe a gain of 1. Parker Kavanaugh got the snap, motioned to his left like he was going to hand off or read to Kenyon McMillan, but McMillan just took up straight up the field. And Parker just had to take it down and run with it. 2nd and 9 ball on the Mustangs' own 35-yard line. McMillan will motion out, and that's handoff Micah Moore, and met by a few Cougars there. Great job by the Cougars swallowing up that line. Brandon Fletcher in there for the Cougars. No gain, 3rd and 9. And what a huge stop this would be for the Cougars if they are able to stop the Mustangs right here. And with a little bit of discussion, they're actually going to put more time back on the play clock. Both running backs blocking. Plenty of time is Kavanaugh. Coming back to the ball is Vidrickson. And he's got the first down. Q Hill came up to try and make the tackle, but wasn't able to make it. What a great play by Hayden Vidrickson coming back to the ball.
But it all starts with they gave him too much time.
Plenty of time. Even they had 2 extra running backs in there blocking, and Micah Moore and Kenyon McMillan just kind of stood there like, I don't know what to do. I'm here to block, but there's no one to block. My offensive line's just shutting them down. Ball a couple of yards shy of midfield. Another pass over left side, and that's almost picked off by Owen Bully. Kyron Whitaker and Xavier Jackson were doing a little bit of hand fight and maybe some contact, but that is absolutely should have been picked off by Owen Bully. Just got turned around just a little too much maybe, but really should have come down with it. Mustangs catch a break, 2nd and 10. Parker gonna have to take this himself. And wrapped up after a short gain, taken down by Kason Dietz. Another third down here for the Mustangs. Got the ball just past midfield. I'd say if Cougars want to win this game, not only they got to make third down stops, they got to come up with those turnovers like Owen Bully almost had.
Man, they more so they got to stop those fourth downs too.
Handoff, Micah Moore will rumble forward for 3 yards and will not get there.
And they're making it fourth down.
Kason Dietz in there again, involved on the tackle. And
this is where you got to stand strong, is on a fourth down. They ran clock.
Mustang's going to go for it. Still 15 on the play clock. And maybe expect them to try and perhaps spread the field a little bit. And with 5 on the play clock, still looking at some signals, and Mark Sambo's going to have to call timeout. Certainly a victory for the Cougars to get the Mustangs to blow one of their timeouts in a close game.
Fourth down. I'm not so surprised if South doesn't call timeout. This is a big fourth down.
Yeah, and certainly
And you're either going to need 2 scores or you're going to have to make a 2-point conversion.
Yeah. I would say certainly the next, if we do see a touchdown by the Cougars, certainly would be the 2-point attempt, because even if you don't get it, you're still only down even less than a field goal.
Right. And you're going to need it either way. But if you do get it, it's a tie game. And I don't see any way where the Salina South Cougars should be in this game. This is a Mustang game.
And it does certainly feel like the Mustangs have still really controlled the game. I'd be interested to look at some of the statistics afterwards. But just still, it does seem just a game controlled by the Mustangs, and still it's only an 8-point lead. Fourth and 4, ball on the 46. Kavanaugh throws incomplete, trying to find Hayden Vidrickson. Threw it a little too far out in front of him, or maybe a little behind him, depending on which way Vidrickson was trying to orient. Pass incomplete. Yeah, a big stop by the Cougars, and really they're kind of getting the ball in that area where Bully would have had that interception. Cougars will take over 4 yards shy of midfield. We'll go 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Handoff, Brant Cox makes a guy miss. I think that was Braden McKnight. Great block. Great block coming back by Zachary Davidson. Allowed Brant Cox to get that first down. $150 and counting left in the third quarter. And there's going to be another draw play to Brant Cox. And that'll pick up 3. Carter Copes again coming off the field a little injured. Tajon McDaniel coming on. Wearing with the pink long sleeves and pink socks. Jackson Hayes also out there with pink socks. It's going to be a swing out to Jackson Hayes. Nice blocks out on the edge. Jackson Hayes with a muck. He fumbled the ball, and I think Colin Schreiber may have gotten on it. Now there's more signaling Mustang ball, and it's Cougar ball. Colin Schreiber comes up with it.
Boy, that could have been fatal.
Coach Sam Sellers talks about when things go wrong, they kind of seem to hang their head, and that could have been the play. Like you said, could have been fatal. 40 seconds and counting left in the third quarter. Cougars still alive. Pump fake freeze.
Got some
over the middle.
Oh, and he caught it! He caught it!
Zachary Davidson with a huge catch over the middle. Has the Cougars on the 11-yard line.
Wow.
Just able to keep the ball in front of him and corral it.
Now, he missed one earlier just like that, but that one he grabbed a hold of it and held on.
Certainly. And a lineman coming on for Salina South. And even with this at the moment, South does not need to snap it if they don't want to, but it looks like they will. Handoff, Brant Cox. And we'll pick up maybe 2 yards and, whew, partner. That's the end of the third quarter.
Wow.
Cougars put up 7 in the third. We're heading to the final quarter. 28-20 Mustangs. Be back with that final quarter for you right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
12 minutes to decide the Mayor's Cup here in Salina. Mustangs with an 8-point lead, but Cougars with the ball second down. Was looking at the spot, thought they might have had in the goal, but it is going to be 2nd and 8. They still can pick up a first down on the 1-yard line.
This is a big series for the Salina South Cougars right now.
Davidson at the top of your screen unblocked, but Brant Cox going to take it. And will be tackled. Look like Braden McKnight in on that tackle. Third down for the Cougars. They're in about 6. Freeze, handoff. Cox going to string it out. And a great play by Dakota Hogan running downfield to take down Brant Cox. It seemed weird, but how Brant Cox started running laterally, I thought he was going to throw it there.
Well, now do you kick a field goal?
It just depends on how much trust Sam Sellers has in Caden Budke, but certainly could live to play another series, but we'll go for it. 4th and 8. Freeze. Throws. End zone. Touchdown.
It's caught.
Guess who? Jackson Hayes.
And that's how many for him tonight? 3?
I think we're looking at 4.
4? My goodness.
I believe he scored every single touchdown. He had the move he made on Andon Price on that 4th down for the touchdown, had the one he hauled in earlier, had the pass over the middle, had this one. See if the Cougars can pick up this 2-point conversion throw. Pass caught.
They do. We got a tie game. We've got a tie game here. There is no way that it should be tied at all.
Cougars come all the way back to tie this game. Luke Simpson coming around out of the slot, probably tight end position, comes down with the 2-point conversion. And with 10 minutes, 55 seconds left, we're all knotted up. I mean, certainly rivalry games are always different, but what we're seeing, especially the execution right now by the Cougars, does not seem like a 1-5 South versus a 1-6 Central.
Not at all.
Not only the battle for the Mayor's Cup, but the battle to who gets win number 2 before going into the playoffs. Budke kicks this deep, fielded at the 15 by Vidrickson, spinning around, still up, but going to be taken down at the 30. Owen Kulas in there on the tackle. This is an important, we say that all the time it seems, but Salina Central has to get something going here.
Well, they got to go back to what got them there, and it was the run. And it was running that.
Going to be a little shovel pass to Kenyon McMillan, and he's hit by Owen Bully for a loss of 2. Cougars flying to the ball right now.
This is the best the defense has played all night. But as I say that, let's see what the Salina Central Mustangs are about to do.
I don't want to call it shell shock, but it just seems like the Mustangs are, I don't want to say surprised that it's a tie game, but doesn't seem like all that much sense of urgency right now from the Mustangs after one play as a loss of 2. Kavanaugh, some protection, throwing, middle, up in the air. Owen Bully in coverage with Logan Losey. Losey had a shot at it after it was batted up in the air, but not able to come down with it.
That's a close one there. That was anybody's ball there for a minute.
And I think right now, that is Salina Central's best shot right now, is to take some shots down the field.
Well, with it being 3rd and 12?
You're going to have to here. I mean, I don't think you're certainly don't looking like 2-down territory. You're kind of don't want to give South another short field. 3rd and 12. Kavanaugh, nice picked up block by Micah Moore. Trying to find Xavier Jackson, pass complete.
And he catches it.
Some South players in the bench looking for a push-off, but I don't think there was enough there to warrant that. Xavier Jackson coming down with that huge reception on 3rd and 12. Mustang's going to line it back up. Kavanaugh taking it himself, trying to get through one, and really gets hit there late, but they're going to mark him down. I certainly think that forward progress had stopped, and I think what they call is the right call. Parker Kavanaugh was stopped, did not appear down, but was clearly stopped and was not advancing the ball. And it seemed like not necessarily a cheap shot kind of play, as it certainly wasn't, as the play was still live.
It was definitely still alive.
But I think forward progress had stopped, and they rule him down before the ball shot out. And now we're going to have a stoppage of play here to review, or not necessarily review, but talk about it from the officials. Ends up only being a gain of 1. Well, they'll bring in a 3rd official to talk about it.
He actually was sitting on top of a man, though.
He was not down. Jack Angel now coming on for the Mustangs. Not sure what the discussion was here, if somebody needed to come out for a play. 2nd and 9. Cougars still looking to try and get set up. But as they do, they get the play from the sideline. 10 seconds on the play clock for the Mustangs. Handoff, Micah Moore gets by one, gets by Luke Simpson, then taken down by Kyron Whitaker. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first down, bring up 3rd and 1. 8:35 and counting here in Salina. Handoff, Micah Moore has the first down and more. Almost to the 15, mark him the 17. First down, Mustangs move the chains. And I think this is certainly what the Mustangs needed, was just to settle down and just get back to certainly what you said, what got him here. Micah Moore is going to get another shot at it.
Wow.
Will be taken down and look like it appears for a loss.
Look like they're real lucky they didn't get a late flag.
Yeah, I saw a little bit
Number
hit
78.
there. Carter Kirby was the one who made the tackle, but then, yeah, another player kind of came in there late. All tied up at 28. Mustangs will get the play in from the sideline, and I am looking at number 11, Logan Losey right now. 5 on the play clock. Down to 2. They get it away. Micah Moore, no, going to be
pass. He's
Kavanaugh.
back.
Plenty of
He's
time.
got
Going to
all
launch
day.
end zone.
He's out of bounds. He's out. Yeah, that was clearly out of bounds. You saw he was out the back of the end zone.
Tried to find Dakota Hogan, but ruled incomplete. And, I mean, he looked like he was back out of the end. The only thing I can think was there could have been a chance a foot went down, but I don't see it. A lot of the Mustangs looking for the call, but not going to get it. 3rd and 11. Another passing down. Kavanaugh just launches it into the end zone, and Owen Bully comes down with it. Carter Kirby pressured Kavanaugh into a terrible decision.
And down there, you do not make decisions like that.
I don't know if this is an unsportsmanlike, but we do have a flag on the play. Everybody's walking off as it seemed to be maybe after. It's going to be a personal foul on 64. Sabian Mills for Salina Central, and with the touchback, they would have the ball in the 20. Now with the 15 yards, they've got the ball in the 35. Really, if you're Parker Kavanaugh, you just can't launch that. Just was not looking for anybody.
In that territory like that, you play safe.
Yeah, even if you just have to tuck the ball and take the sack, make it 4th and 16, whatever it would have been, is certainly a lot better than giving the ball up.
But really, you didn't lose anything because the game is tied. And you got him at this end of the field.
Certainly the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is not helping, as now they are 15 yards away from midfield. Cougars back with the ball. Handoff. Cox follows a blocker, and I think he just fell down.
He did. It wasn't nobody that tackled him, that's
Tripped
for sure.
up. Brant Cox on the run, tackled by Brant Cox.
But sometimes you can be surprised by you got so much open ground.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Cox going to get it again and will be wrapped up and taken down by probably the best defensive player we've seen tonight, Rafael Serrano for the Mustangs. No gain on the play. 3rd and 3, 6:34 and counting on the clock. Handoff, Cox.
He's got the first down and more.
Still rumbling. First down to the 49-yard line of the Cougars. Freeze going to throw out Jackson Hayes. Just probably the yards they want. Pick up 5 yards on first down. Be 2nd and 5 as that clock just continues to run. Now under 6 minutes. 2nd and 5. Handoff, Cox. Not much to go, but still able to throw his body forward for a pickup of 3. Bring up 3rd and 2.
I know we say this each time, but this is an important 3rd down for the Salina South Cougars.
And the Salina Central Mustangs, certainly. We say a lot of these 3rd downs were so important for South. Now, I'd say this is a bigger 3rd down for Central right now. Bit of a high snap. Freeze just going to take him
for the first down.
I don't know. Can't say that was a design play, but Freeze literally just took the high snap and just immediately ran to the sideline.
It was a busted play.
Needed the yards and got a couple more than that. Ball now on the Mustang 40. Handoff, Cox
He's hit
first. Able to just muscle himself back to the line of scrimmage. Nick Clayton was there on the first hit of Brant Cox. Under 5 now. Again, all tied up here. And a big comeback from Salina South, not giving up. Freeze, Schreiber makes one man down with a stiff arm.
Yeah, well, you noticed that when Schreiber turned around, he was looking to push the man there, and he wasn't actually there.
Mason Gary got a talk to the hand by Colin Schreiber as Schreiber picks up the first down as a 12-yard gain. Ball now on the 28-yard line. Another high snap. Freeze just going to have to take it himself again. And still picks up a moderate gain. Kind of
good positive yards. What could have been negative yards.
Kind of stopped for, as I think it might have been Owen Bully was running that way. I think Bully might have been in on a play for Brant Cox there. Got a good gain of 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Better snap.
Cox.
Brant Cox. Still
Cox
wobbling.
is still going.
Touchdown!
The Salina South Cougars take the lead for the first time tonight.
What a run by Brant Cox. Now a very important extra point here.
Very.
Extra
it's good.
point.
Oh, no good.
Hits the crossbar.
No good. No good.
And we said an extra point may come back to haunt Salina South. We just didn't know at the time this was the extra point we were going to refer to.
Wow.
Cougars take the lead by 6. And Salina Central will get the ball back with 3 minutes, 45 seconds, and 2 timeouts. It seemed like everything was good. It just, Caden Budke just little off center. Seemed to hit the crossbar closest to us.
Well, does that make you happy? Instead of the bell, he got the crossbar.
Just gonna leave it at that. Caden Budke on to kick this away. Fielded by Vidrickson again. will cut it up. And maybe if he doesn't run into a few of his own guys at around the 30-yard line, he
I don't
may
think
go.
he cut to the inside. He should have cut to the outside. It would look like it was more open field. At least up here it did.
Salina Central's offense that was pretty dominant in the first half, seemed like they could do no wrong, has come up with 0 points so far in the second half. They're going to throw it out Micah Moore. That's going to be, they're going to rule that a backwards no. Now they're going to rule it an incomplete pass. It was a very late call there. It seemed like an incomplete pass, but no immediate ruling. Then after Micah Moore recovered and ran forward with it, then they're going to call it an incomplete pass. And regardless, even if Micah Moore, even if they ruled that somehow a fumble, he wasn't going anywhere. 2nd and 10, 3:35 left in the game. Kavanaugh, look, left side. Xavier Jackson got to come down with it. Q Hill in on coverage, but that's just a drop from Xavier Jackson. 3rd and 10 now. And life comes at you fast if you're the Mustangs. I think you're looking at, even if they don't pick this up, I think you're looking at a 4-down territory. You do have enough time and 2 timeouts to at least try to get a stop, but your defense has not been able to stop the Cougars this second half.
This is a big 3rd down. You've heard this all night, but this is a big 3rd down.
Snap to the left, but Carter Kirby running around. That's going to be a hold.
Flag.
Incomplete. And where that hold was made,
definitely a hold.
You would certainly expect Salina South to accept that, because you're looking at probably a 3rd and 25.
They decline it. Make it 4th down. They decline it. They didn't want to give the Mustangs another chance. 2 chances.
Certainly has the cons and pros for both decisions, but South elects to do that, and it looks like Central's going to bring the punt team out. 3:21 left in the game, Central with 2 timeouts. You certainly feel like you'd be a little too long to do a fake, and a late Cougar coming on the field, and a late Cougar coming off the field, and a late Mustang coming on. Matt Kemmer with a good punt. No one back for South. Takes a bounce as Logan Losey downs it in the Mustang territory. Now you're going to ask your defense, who's been hit pretty hard this second half, to come up with a stop, because a 1st down,
and it's, well,
might end this. Mark Sandbo talking with the white hat official about something.
And the Salina South Cougars just want to get the ball into the end zone.
You know Brant Cox is getting this right now, and that play is going to be blown dead. And I wonder if it was just because everybody wasn't set. Of course, now Salina South
started the clock, maybe.
Of course, now Salina South just gave away their plan of this play. And Brant Cox running.
Whoa!
Gets kind of pulled down from behind, but will pick up 8 on 1st down. Clock at 3 minutes and counting. Central not electing to use their timeouts yet.
Do we run Mr. Cox again, or is it going to be the quarterback?
I mean, why break what isn't broke? You know what I mean?
That's it.
You would expect Brant Cox to get this here, and
he does. And he has the 1st down and
does
more.
he go out? Clock going to stop momentarily for a
Did
1st
he go out
down.
of bounds?
I don't know if he did. They're going to wave. Not sure. Let's see if they wind it here. They are going to wind it. They say he stayed in bounds. 2:18 and counting. Still none of the 2 timeouts used. Certainly Mark Sambo, they called that timeout on that 4th down earlier. Certainly would be wanting that timeout back.
So they better watch number 7.
Handoff, Cox running the same play again. Gonna lower his head, and he stays in bounds. And they have stopped the clock with 1:49 as Salina Central takes their first timeout.
Now, Salina Central's got to have some good stands here right now. And if they don't, I would say it's almost over.
Salina South comes all the way back. And I think about how important those last 1 minute, 8 seconds of that entire first half are becoming. Because if South does not answer again, after Central had just answered under a minute, I'm not sure South would have been able to not necessarily just have the momentum, but just be able to rally down a full another touchdown, because you'd be looking at perhaps a tie game right now. They would have gone down 21 at half compared to 15.
Both teams have scored in less time than's on the clock right now.
2nd and 1. Lineman going to move left to right. Handoff, Cox going to run it left side.
No, he's still
does not get down. Tries to reach, and it just gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And it does look like after 6 seconds expire, Mark Sambo takes his second timeout, and his final timeout of the half. If you're Salina South, I think what you see, do you throw here?
No, I think you run it twice. And I think you run it this play, and if you lose yardage, then you still have the option to throw on 4th down. Because we know that you're in 2-down territory right now.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, there's not going to be any.
There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Yeah.
You're in 2-down territory.
Unless South loses 10 yards on this play, yeah, South's going to be going for it here. Right now, I'm looking at number 7, Jackson Hayes on Mac Hemmer at the bottom of your screen. If they decide to throw, but handoff, Brant Cox lowers!
Whoa! First down!
Lowers and runs over Andon Price.
First down. What? Oh, it took them so long to move the chain.
I was almost wondering, the clock, I thought maybe there was a flag. Maybe they blew the play dead. I wasn't sure. They kind of took a while to move it. And really,
that probably did it.
You're looking at victory formation now. And really,
Sambo puts the headset on the back of the bench down there.
Less than a minute to go. Salina South comes all the way back. And after another snap, it seems one more snap, Salina South is going to win this 34-28. One final snap. Need by Weston Freeze. And the Salina South Cougars win the Mayor's Cup as they defeat the crosstown rival Salina Central Mustangs 34-28. We'll be back with our player of the game and post-game after this.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't really
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Welcome to the post-game show. I am here with the player of the week, Mr. Jackson. The very important game tonight. If you want to win any game, it's, I believe, this South Central game. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. You know, we came in with a lot of confidence, but they came out swinging really hard that first half, you know, and so it felt amazing to stay in there, keep our heads up, and have a great game.
And I think you guys exhibited some resilience. I mean, I don't know what got into even you with catching all those passes for touchdowns. What made that ticker just go?
Well, you know, it's a lot of things. You know, we've struggled with adversity and resilience these last few years, even these last few weeks. You know, but I think today was a good testament to our adversity. You know, these guys talked a lot, you know, before the game, and I think that fueled a lot of our play. So we were just really thankful for the opportunity to even come play these guys, and yeah, it was just keeping our heads up and moving on to the next play.
All right. Well, I'd just like to thank you, Mr. Jackson, for being the RE/MAX Player of the Week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Salina Media Connection post-game show here with the head coach of the Salina South Cougars, Coach Sam Sellers. Coach, you mentioned numerous times throughout this season that when you guys get down, it just kind of seems like things go from bad to worse. That didn't happen tonight. When you guys got down, you guys responded, you came back, and were able to take the lead, win the ball game. Just talk about your team tonight.
Well, number one, I think I can stop talking about that finally. You know, even last week, you know, the way they kind of hung in there, even though we came up a point short. But yeah, tonight, it was hard for me to control my emotions in the locker room afterwards because, I mean, the season that we've had, and we feel like we're a pretty good team, and we just haven't dealt with you know, things like even that happened to us tonight well all season, and to see that growth in our kids, I mean, and I know it's a cliche and it makes everybody throw up, but I mean, really, and don't get me wrong, this is fun, and winning games is fun, but this is why we coach. I mean, we don't get paid anything, like, and you coach to see that personal growth in kids, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
And we'll talk about, I almost just want to ask just a two-word question, but just Jackson Hayes tonight just came up incredibly huge with just so many just impressive plays, and just electric was the word I just want to use. Just talk about Jackson Hayes tonight.
He's such, number one, he's a good athlete, but more importantly, he's so savvy, and he understands coverages and getting to spaces, and him and Weston have a really good connection, and you know, they're at the end. I think it was the last touchdown that we took the lead on. I mean, both of them were calling for the play before we even sent it in. I mean, they knew what they wanted, and so it's like, all right, let's roll with it, guys. And yeah, I mean, Jackson was phenomenal tonight, and making big plays and breaking tackles, making guys miss, and then just running daylight, and 4 touchdowns tonight, I think. And
yeah,
I mean, big night.
Defense, we'll talk about that real quick. Gave up 28 points in the first half, but that second half were just lights out. Just talk about what changed from first half to second half.
I think it just took us a quarter to settle in, because even in the second quarter, and they scored, I think twice maybe in the second quarter, and both were set up with big pass plays. We felt like we really settled in the second quarter with the run game. And then, one of our strengths is our secondary, and we knew that if we could somehow, get our front seven to control the run game and then, really work coverage in the back end and to get a shutout there in the second half, I mean, it was just awesome for our defense, and, our coaching staff did a great job of making the little minor tweaks here and there, and, the kids, like I said, Central's offense is awfully good, and those two backs are good, and then Kavanaugh's carrying it and then making some big throws. But I think we had a great week of practice, and we felt great about our preparation. It just took us kind of a quarter defensively to kind of settle in and start doing our thing, and then you just see the confidence building, and those kids, especially in the second half, were just playing with a ton of it and getting after it.
Coach, of course, the playoffs now start, but just enjoy tonight. Congratulations on the win, and good luck in the playoffs.
Heck yeah, can't wait. Thanks, Colin.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.
Papa John's is proud to provide this week's meal to the hardworking Friday night football crew at Community Access Television. While watching the big game, don't forget to order your freshly made pizza at papajohns.com.